In 3, 2, 1.
We are here to give you the weekly scoop.
Is this an experiment? Life and death threat.
Life and death. Life and death.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Blake here,
And your co-host Wade.
and it's good to be back.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Life and Death Ridge.
Another episode, the next episode.
Another episode.
Yeah, who here likes eggnog?
Eggnog. You know,
Yeah.
I tried it again last year, and for some weird reason, and I don't know if it was just because I bought the Southern Comfort one or what it was, but it did not hit for me.
No, that's what I told him. I think it's that brand he bought, Southern Comfort
I
eggnog.
gotta go get the Brahms
You
one.
gotta get the Highland or Brahms, but I went to Brahms. I was getting their ice cream, which is surprisingly cheap for those who don't know. You can get in there, dude, get 2 gallons, and you get a good deal. It's
Farm fresh.
It's like it's serious, 2 for $5 or some
Right.
shit.
No.
I looked at the eggnog, $6 for a half a gallon. I'm
Oh,
not
that's
playing.
good though.
No, that's fucking terrible.
Oh, okay.
$6 for
Yeah, man, it's been a while since I bought any eggnog.
It's expensive.
I forgot how much like a half carton or whatever those are.
Expensive as
Yeah,
hell.
like $3 or something now, huh?
But,
Yeah, I bet.
The holidays
And you can
come
buy it-
around, you can guarantee there's gonna be eggnog.
You know, and I bet if you found out some fire eggnog recipe, I wonder how hard
No,
it'd really be to
make
make
it
it
at
at
home.
home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And probably could even make it better than they could.
Milk, I feel like
Because,
egg
you know,
whites.
Blake's starting to get down on these pies. Let's just throw this out there. Blake's making some fire pies, and I'm trying to tell him to start selling them.
I made a
for
homemade
the
cherry
low.
pie, and boy,
The more and more he makes these pies, they're going to get way, way fire.
Yeah. I've only just begun.
Only just begun.
Yeah, it was
In
my
a wor-
third pie.
Yeah. It's a pie party.
Yeah, I made that for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we both wet the brick.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
pineapple glazed ham,
Glazed.
brown sugar on that hoe.
Honey.
Yeah. But the holidays, it's a good time of year.
Yeah.
Cheerful.
For most people.
Cheerful time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just always, I guess, got to keep in mind around the holidays that there are some people that, don't have a cheerful time. I guess.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Past traumas, life, things going on. Yeah. So definitely try to keep your spirits up and try to treat everybody the way that you would want to be treated.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure.
And don't go broke to make nobody happy, you know?
Yeah,
because,
that's a big one.
Yeah, because a lot of people
feel
don't.
pressure.
Mm-hmm. They feel super pressured to get the right gifts and do a bunch of stuff.
I think even if it sucks, it just sucks for everybody.
Mm-hmm. And it's the thought of it. Even if you just got a tube of toothpaste. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks. But, yeah, don't go broke to make nobody happy. Because half the time, they don't even appreciate it as much hard work you put into the thoughtfulness of the gift or whatever
You could
do.
make a card at home, and it almost means a lot.
Yeah, more than what you could go buy something off the internet or something. Yeah,
Or-
facts.
As you get older, gifts like that mean less.
Yeah, right.
Materialistic.
But yeah, the holidays, they're here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here comes
And
Santa.
here comes Santa. But I'm not looking forward to the snow. I guess we just caught our first little bit of snow to the north of town or something like that, and
Yeah, did you see New York got 77 inches?
that's amazing.
Buffalo got 77 inches,
crazy.
bro. It's 6 feet. There was a 6'4" man walking, and like just his head was sticking out.
I couldn't imagine something like. Imagine that though. You know, I mean, this is Oklahoma, so the weather changes every day. But in all my time living here, is I've never had walked out and my whole car was just gone. You know,
Couldn't spot it. Somebody
yeah.
stole my car.
Right.
Dude, where's my car?
Right. It's an avalanche.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But man, I would hate that. I mean, I love and hate the snow. I think everybody does.
No, I was
It's a
watching-
love-hate thing.
I was watching this movie the other day, and they were like, I got the chains for the wheels. And I didn't even really wrap my head that they did stuff out that way. And they're wrapping.
Literally, they had it.
He had chains,
Wow.
and he wrapped his on his car. It wasn't even a truck, and he wrapped chains that helped him drive in the ice.
That's impressive.
And I thought that was so neat, though. Yeah, and But I could see myself getting with it, but you know, like living someplace where it's cold all the time. But just what I really realized working outside is it's all about what you wear. Like if you don't dress for the occasion every time you go outside, you're just gonna hate it. You know.
Props to them people.
Yeah,
you
who
know,
can just whether you're living out in the desert or you're living in
just
extreme,
working in it. Fuck.
yeah, or like say the people who live in Alaska, like just extreme stuff like that. Like when what is it? They go a whole month with no sunlight, or is it 3
It
months?
just started. I seen it on Facebook. It just started the other day. They're gonna go 28 days. Yeah.
Yeah,
or some
imagine
shit
that
like
though. You're gonna be one pasty motherfucker.
Yeah, no vitamin D. I bet you gotta take pills
Yeah.
and vitamins.
I mean, I bet you'd have to do a bunch of different, and then to even keep your sanity in check. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, I'm going to go out of my room and get some sun today and go sit on the porch and listen to the birds and it's going to make me a little happier. It's like, no, bro, it's 28 days of straight darkness.
I think it's even maybe they have some type of artificial sunlight there that they built. Dude, oh, that reminds me, I seen this one town completely blocked off from the sun, right? Because this big old mountain was over it, so they'd be in complete darkness. They're in like a valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they build this mirror on the hill of the mountain, and it takes and projects the sun from that and lights up.
It.
Yeah,
wow.
lights up half their town because they did that.
That's smart.
It's a good idea. But no,
that's what I'm saying. All the things we've done to destroy the world, you know, the humankind and whatever. You imagine we could easily just turn it all back around if they just use all that smart stuff for good.
Yeah, you still have people denying climate change and,
right,
and all that.
No, somebody put a good theory across my head the other day that they was saying that that they just feel like that the seasons are shifting, that we need to shift all of our months over.
I agree, actually.
That they're like, you know, that
I felt that way for a while.
Yeah, that you know, summer's lasting a little longer and winter's lasting a little longer, but it seems that way because we need to shift.
Coming late.
Yeah, we need to shift over a little bit more our months, and then it would.
You know, with the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, they would know the best.
Well, and they're the reason why we have the time change.
Right.
And the leap year, so we lose. Our calendar is not accurate.
Or well, I didn't mean on as far as that. They mean the best. I mean like if you're out in the fields every day trying to grow, and that's the thing that sustains us the most. Obviously, is food and water. If you're out in the fields every day and know where the sun's hitting and know what vitamins you got to give to what plants or where they can, you know, because I've heard this before. Like if you keep planting corn in the same field every year, it'll soon, you know, eventually after some years, it'll rip it all of that nutrients that the corn needs, and you can't, and it won't grow there no more. So you have to mix it up and grow different things in the field. And then also, like, put good soil and different, you know, so, and I didn't know that until I either read it somewhere or somebody told me, you know, well, not just corn, I imagine it's anything, like, if you just keep growing it there, it's going to keep ripping the minerals out of the ground that it needs and strip it all dry of,
you gotta put some
you gotta keep, you gotta keep fertilizing it and making it good, and then mix up what you grow there. And I don't know if that comes with everything, but you know, I just heard it or read it somewhere. But I just thought that was real neat, and I never forgot it. You know what I'm saying? So, but
it's good to know, especially if you ever go grow your own shit.
Yeah. I've been trying to have a green thumb.
Repetitive, always growing. You know, like the factory farming. That's what I'm looking for,
dude. You talking about stuff like that? I just watched this little you know, those Vice News is a real good. I like them.
Right, we talked about them before. Yeah.
But they always do these little skits with, they're not skits, interviews, whatever the hell you want to call them, with 2 Chainz. And I'm not a super fan of 2 Chainz music.
It's like richest.
Right. But he's so stoned all the time in his interviews and the way he talks, and he just cracks me up. But anyways, he's sitting there with his 3 daughters, and they show him a cloned cat. And I'm like, and it looks it's a Bengal cat.
I just seen the video, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, you should have watched it. I shared it. Yeah,
company that'll clone your dog or cat
for
for like
$25,000 for the cat and $50 for the dog. But it just, and I'm like,
why
you know,
more
they're
for the dog?
Well, probably because it's bigger and it comes with more to do, or there's more like genes
Maybe
or more cells or something crazy. You know, I don't know. But anyways, and I'm sitting there, you know, they're cloning humans in other countries without telling us or doing other crazy stuff. And I'm like sitting here looking at this clone cat in this video, and I'm like, now take everything you hear and see with a grain of salt. I understand that, but it's like, you don't believe any conspiracy theories? Come on now.
Yeah, and when you figure out where conspiracy theory came from, you know that the FBI just made that when JFK got shot. They said any theory anybody comes up with, call it a conspiracy theory, and
so
it'll kind
think you're nuts.
Yeah, it'll make it. So anything from then on that was coined. So anything anybody calls a conspiracy theory is immediately like debunked.
Just like I thought it was funny, you know, running around for years, everybody calling them UFOs. I'm sure you know the name. It's like a UAP or something.
Yeah, unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh, did I say the right word?
Yeah.
See, so now if you say UFO, it's not what everybody knows what you meant, but now when you're reading it in their classified files or whatever, you know, they're mixing up the names of shit to throw you off or whatever.
They want to sound professional now. They're like, we can't be going around saying UFOs.
Because everybody fucked it up.
Another theory I heard also was the fact that they changed it to UAP. People don't know what that is, so they're not going to really panic like they would when you say UFO.
Right.
So they're like, UAP spotted. They're like, the fuck? Oh, it sounds like a missile.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, right.
It does, though.
It kind of does. I think of like a gun or something. Yeah,
nice gun on Call of Duty. Yeah, I don't know if anybody caught that fight. Probably not.
Oh, I hope not. The Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva, the GOAT.
The rig.
Thank you for saying that. I'm really to the point to where I'm just done with the guy.
I called it.
Like,
I definitely said it was rigged. Before.
If he's really out here knocking all these fools out, like, mad props to you, dude. But I just don't believe it. It's too many people. I want to see him either get in the cage or fight somebody his size. But I'm really thinking the baddie, Patty the baddie, and this sparring session. I hope somebody records it, and I hope this fool knocks him out for this $1 million.
I felt like he was just using. Well, for those that don't know, Jake Paul made a video calling out. He's a fighter, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you know, for one, he's saying, you think my fights are rigged, because Patty said his fights are rigged and shit. And he said, well, we can have a sparring session. But I thought he was just maybe using that as a term, because he said, we'll go 5 rounds. Like, I think he was just saying spar, like, but he wants to really do a real fight. I think
what it is, they're saying, because think about it, bro, the baddie, I'm just going to call him the baddie right now. You know, Patty. We'll just call him Patty. Okay, so Patty's has a signed contract with the UFC right now. He's not no free agent or like Jake Paul or, you know, Nate Diaz just became a free agent. So he can go sign with whoever or do whatever. So legally, Patty right now can't just be going out and signing things. So they have to do a quote, you know, quotation mark, sparring session that he's going to make side money for. So they're like, so it's like a real fight, but it's a sparring session. You see? So, and
that's why he's saying he'd give him $1 million.
Thank you. Yeah, because if the Patty wasn't signed to UFC, you guarantee that this would be a pay-per-view bout.
He's probably just talking shit.
Yeah, watch it not even happen, honestly.
No, because he's called out like 10 people.
He really has, man. You know.
But his brother, you know, being in the WWE, I think that's where they belong.
Right.
Or not WWE, whatever it is.
WWF, whatever it's called nowadays. But yeah, it's fake.
They should be in that.
Right.
Like, it's so funny that his brother's in, you know, a rigged sport, and then now...
Well, that his big brother went and fought Mayweather, and all that's supposed to be real, and then he gave one of the best boxers a run for their money, supposedly, right? And then he chooses to go to the WWF instead of continuing to fight to make money. Do you see what I'm trying to say, though?
Well, they
Like,
probably paid him pretty well.
well, obviously, and then he got out of it.
And I think they were into it.
Anybody
since
smart
kids.
enough, though, to realize that unless you're just such into fighting, like Joe Rogan, when he kicked that dude and knocked him out, and his sensei was like, sometimes they just don't get up, you know.
Sometimes they die.
Yeah, thank you. Sometimes they die. That's how he did it. But, and it clicked in his head. He's like, man, I got to get out of this sport. Some people, like, when they see Muhammad Ali walking around like that, you know, you realize that, you know, get your money while you can and get out of there, you know. But some other people, they just got the warrior in their blood, and they'll die doing that because they love it so much, you know.
Yeah, true that. But yeah, old Jake Paul, I should have betted, bro.
Yeah, just knew it. No, me and you did, and then we figured out we can get down on DraftKings now.
Maybe I should re-listen to that other fucking episode, because I swear I said it's rigged. Put it on Jake Paul because it's rigged.
Mm-hmm.
I said he scored as the underdog.
Right.
Bro.
Yeah, could have made mad money,
You'd have made more money betting on him.
Mm-hmm. Or if you knew, you could have betted, said Anderson Silva, knockout. You know what I mean? Betted exactly that. It wouldn't go to decision. It wouldn't, you know what I mean? Call the fight exactly like, oh, you know, 8th round knockout, you know.
Yeah.
But
he's like, you're calling Anderson Silva a criminal.
But I do also see what he's doing for the UFC fighters, trying to start this organization to start making them more money or something, which, and that part is super, super cool. You know what I mean?
For sure. They should have he's trying to basically make a
union.
A union. A fighters union.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. Yes. But what I've been also thinking is, like, if it's, we don't know if it's rigged, but I'm just saying if it is, like, come on.
It is.
Yeah, for the respect of the sport. I mean, I've heard a theory or two that people's went so far to say that the NFL's rigged, but I'm like, get out of here. How could you get all these
they
people,
think because there's gambling. If there's gambling, it's rigged.
Right,
basically.
But do you see what I'm trying to say? How could you get every single... What is there? You know...
Horse races.
Yeah, there's like 50 players on a team, probably more, but you see what I'm saying? And you got all these guys in on it to fold that game. You know, that's different with the fight.
Even.
Yeah, I guess,
Maybe.
But you see what I'm getting at. A fight, it's 1 versus 1.
No,
a football
sure.
game, it's...
And I think it's hard to rig UFC for goddamn sure.
Yeah.
I don't think you can really
That's
do that.
why, like, I'm excited to see what Nate Diaz does as a free agent. But I'm so glad he didn't fight Chimaev or whatever, because I think that dude would have ate him alive.
Yeah.
I'm glad that fight got mixed up, so...
True that. But yeah, fuck Jake Paul.
Yeah, so I think you should just quit feeding into that kid.
Not buying his fight. That's
yeah.
For sure.
I mean, watch them after they come out or do whatever, but I mean, quit feeding into something that's just not real,
Well,
I
man,
guess.
This Balenciaga.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, that's another thing. Watch what you're feeding into, you know? Watch what you're paying into, these pedos and these weird cults and these whatever. Tell it to them, Blake.
Yeah, it's fucked up. They did the photo shoot. For those that don't know, they had a photo shoot
ridiculous.
with children, little kids. They're 5, 6, 7-year-olds holding a teddy bear, but the teddy bear is all dressed up and like it's called BDSM gear. They're wearing like chains and
bondage stuff.
Bondage shit.
All tied up, and you got this little kid holding this tied up teddy bear. Like, come on, what does that show?
Where did that idea start, and who ran with it?
Right, it's just not cool at all. And then there was something else about whoever made that, something about her other art, and it was like she painted some picture like dismembered kids or something weird. Like, I don't know. I would really wish I would have saved the whole video and showed it to you, but there's this video of a guy like, don't take these shoes and give them away or do nothing. You burn them. Like, nobody needs to be wearing this stuff. That's how mad he was about it.
All of it.
Yeah, and I agree. Just get rid of it.
This video, because I was watching it about the Balenciaga, and this person's like making a TikTok. It says, fuck Balenciaga, and they're burning their purse. And it's a Louis Vuitton. You fucking stupid.
I said, whoops.
You dumb as hell.
Yeah.
I think they just did it on purpose. But,
Right, to be funny. Yeah.
Either way, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, because that's a little out of my range anyways. I didn't even exactly know what the hell it was, but I'm like, if they're doing shit like that, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's down the line of some pedo shit.
Yeah, no,
for sure.
all the way to where, you
Why
know, when
a child?
we were,
maybe because it's a teddy bear.
I think it jumps all the way to the conspiracy stuff, dude, and the weirdness of wanting their blood and the innocence about them. I'm gonna be stuck there.
You seen that screenshot of that Christmas show? It's like the Tim Allen Christmas.
And it said, "I love Satan."
It had all them children holding the sign.
Dude, I don't think it's a joke anymore. I think it's right underneath your nose,
I-
and they're showing it to you and just teasing us about
I
it.
mean, because QAnon and shit, they really did get a little out there with some shit, you know. But they did their quote, what they say is, "Symbolism will be their downfall." And,
Right.
You know, look.
And
at
I do
all
believe
this
that. Yeah,
symbolism
with all
around
those,
this.
they all had the triangles on them for the Pizzagate and all that stuff. I mean,
Uh-huh.
if you go start doing, I mean, take everything with a grain of salt. I always try to say that, but go do your own research for real. But whenever, go ahead. It's leaving my mind. It'll come back to me.
But yeah, with symbolism and conspiracy, it's like folk tales.
Right.
You know, there's always a little bit of truth in a folk tale.
Yeah, there has to be. It has to originate from something and came from something.
Paul
you know?
Bunyan, you know, shit like that.
Like
There's
just
a little
like the
truth in it.
adrenochrome thing, and I think it's awfully funny. What's that dude's name? You always remember it better than me. Who made the movie, man? And it first came from it. With Johnny Depp in it, and they're all tripping out in the desert.
Fear and Loathing.
Thank
is the
you.
Movie.
Okay, but who's the director? What's his name? It's at the tip of my tongue.
No, it's not. I don't think he made that, but it's
suppose
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, well,
Is that what you're talking
whoever, I don't think so, but whoever said that he met like a satanic cult, and that's where they first gave some of that to him. And he said way back then in that movie, he just made up that drug.
Oh, you're talking
And then-
about the guy Johnny Depp's playing.
I think so.
Which I done forgot his name.
And it was,
but he's
and
a
there's
writer.
a book written about it, or he wrote a book about his life, or
He
something.
was a reporter and shit. And
Yeah. Don't quote
He
me
wrote,
on any of
but no,
this.
he
I
wrote-
can't remember it all.
I looked up where that first phrase popped up, adrenochrome or something. I'm kind of remembering, and it was in some book this person wrote. It was like a fiction book, though.
Right.
But still.
Yeah, I think it's awfully funny that way back then it was supposedly a made-up thing, and then today it's supposedly real. That, your blood will produce it from being traumatized.
Yeah, I don't know about all of it, if it makes you young and keeps you young and all that. But
Yeah, I don't know what's the truth to it, but just like you said, there is some truth behind something.
Yeah.
And I really think all them fools standing out in the forest with that owl and it all on fire and all the United Nations all getting together, that's just weird enough for me.
Yeah, the thing, we try to keep an open mind, and if you watch something like Fall Cabal or something, it really gets you.
Yeah, for real. How
Some
about
of it's
that one?
Fucking far out.
Yeah,
though,
to our
but-
listeners, go watch that, the one he just said. It's called The Fall Cabal, and it's like, what is it, a 3-volume little thing?
Yeah,
and it's
well,
kind of long.
YouTube takes it down all the time.
All the time.
So that's weird.
Which I think's weird too, but go watch that
'Cause,
and then get back to us and tell me what you think about it.
YouTube is owned by Google.
Right. Yeah. If anybody does go watch that, leave a
That
little
was on.
thing in the comments. Let me know.
Yeah, let us know if you like it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
No, it made my stomach turn at times, but it opened up your mind to a lot of all the things they were saying started linking together. It really did.
I was on this search engine called Brave. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And I was looking up this video. Well, that Arizona Wilder video.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up clicking it, and it's a link to YouTube, whatever. I clicked the video, and it's like, we won't let you watch this video, basically, unless you agree to let us track you. I mean, that's the whole gist of it. YouTube won't allow you to watch this video. We have to track you, because the Brave doesn't do tracking at all. You know, DuckDuckGo says they don't, but I'm not sure. But Brave, I think I'm pretty sure doesn't do tracking
That's
at all.
unreal.
So I'm on there and I try to watch the video. It's like, no, you gotta
And
allow
I don't
us
exactly
to track
know what you were talking about. What's the video about?
The video
again?
was
about the Arizona,
the
whatever.
conspiracy theory about the just a wild conspiracy.
Yeah,
theory.
okay, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
but they wanted to track you for what? Now tell me
But
that, folks.
I
Does
think-
that not speak for itself?
But I think it would have been any YouTube video. But the point is that they wanted to track.
Yeah.
They wanted to still track me. No matter what video I was probably watching, that would have popped up.
Oh, and that's
But-
what's so funny is that they want to do that in anything. I think it's funny whenever you jump on Facebook and you're trying to take a picture or do something. And it's like, well, we need to get in all your camera roll. We need to check your messages. It makes you accept all this different stuff for them to check all your whole phone out. So you need to check out everything that's going on in my life and make me another statistic just so I can take a picture.
Yeah, nobody reads all that.
Yeah.
Policy, you know.
Oh, it's all a joke, though. It's unreal. We think we're free,
It's
but
addicting.
we're free to a certain extent, obviously, but we're, like, hella monitored. Like, they know everything about you.
Somebody's like, TikTok is like a bag of potato chips. You know,
Right.
It's like, as you scroll through, it's like eating another chip.
Yeah.
It's addicting as hell.
Yeah. Just constantly getting that endorphin that, like, when you're eating chocolate over and over again. But, yeah.
Too much dopamine.
Mm-hmm.
But on to other news.
Check
Elon
it out
Musk
now.
Successfully
What's it all
purchasing
about
Twitter,
now?
which that's kind of old news, but
Yeah.
what he did, things he's doing is hilarious. Have you heard about any of this? He made it where you had to pay $8 to
For the blue
Yeah.
check mark.
But then
I couldn't
people were
believe it.
changing their name to his name, like this big old actress.
That's so funny.
This big named actress, or I forget who she was, but she changed her name. She's like, Elon, I need help. I can't change my name. And he's like, okay. And he's like, there you go, comments on it. And then she's like, thank you. And if you look at her name, it says Elon Musk with a verified check mark next to it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, right before that, he said he'll ban anybody permanently if they change their name, if they impersonate anybody. Because so many people were changing their name to Elon Musk. Like it was a running joke. They all changed their name to Elon Musk.
And they all got permanently banned,
Well,
too.
some, I guess, did. But I think he's, I don't think he's doing away with it, but they're changing things about it to where I don't think he can do that anymore.
Right.
But another thing, he also brought back Trump's Twitter. He reinstated Donald Trump's
Which I
Twitter.
think that's, whether you like Trump or not, folks,
It's
I
free.
think it's
Yeah.
freedom. Thank you, Blake. I think it's
Yeah.
freedom of speech, and just like, what's that other guy's name that everybody hates, and he keeps bringing up stuff?
I don't
the
know.
Tate guy.
Yeah, that's
Andrew Tate.
Andrew.
Yeah, he also got, and I don't agree with everything he says. Some of it I do, some of it I don't. But I don't think you have any right to just, now if they're out here bullying people and just being crazy and sharing, now I get suspending somebody so they get there, so they understand they did something wrong. But straight stealing their freedom of speech, tisk
Yeah.
tisk.
And then they just go create their own social media company.
Yeah.
Trump did that. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I got on there, True Social, and checked it out. But it's a lot like Twitter. It's basically a copycat Twitter.
Right.
But everybody's leaving Twitter. Well, a bunch of people are leaving just because he gave Donald Trump his Twitter, and Donald Trump's not even wanting it. He says
That's so funny.
He says no, but it's back.
What a bunch of haters, though.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what's so funny is you're saying that, and I have never had any. I've never had a Twitter. I never had a, what's the other one? Instagram?
Oh, I have a Twitter.
I never,
I don't use it.
Which I realized that Twitter was the main thing that all the celebrities talk on and where everybody argues. So one day I was like, I need a Twitter just so I can.
Twitter is like the most personable out of them all.
Right.
But I've
mainly,
even heard a lot of celebrities say it's the easiest one for them to contact with their fans and shit.
And to me, the only reason why I really keep Facebook around is so to share funny memes, and if anybody needs to find me from back in the day, or if I'm hard to contact, well, there's that.
Yeah. That's pretty much why I keep it, but it's addicting too.
Yeah, no, I get it. What was that show on Netflix that was real interesting?
I know.
That they literally, and I'm sure I've said this on another episode, but they time how long you stare at a photo. Like they purposely.
Yeah, if you scroll through and you stop on a photo for like 2 seconds, boom, you're gonna see more shit like that.
You could literally be talking about something to somebody, and your phone will hear you, and then pop, pop, pop. Here goes those ads.
They say they don't do that, but
yeah, lies.
Yeah, I think that's a big.
How could I talk about something to somebody in a room? Never looked it up in my phone, and then it just starts showing me everything about this thing I'm talking about getting. Ridiculous.
But Elon making that tweet saying that they have the most subscribers ever.
Right.
And then this person commented how Rome was brightest right before it fell and crumbled.
Which is so funny.
Yeah. But, insinuating Twitter chatting there.
Elon's really, really smart, but this is his, as far as I'm concerned, first time owning a social media platform. So, you got to give him the time to work out the kinks.
It's another game.
Yeah, it definitely is. But like I said, he's very smart, so I'm sure he'll get it worked out.
Yeah.
But, yeah. What's on to next? And we've had a couple of losses this year.
Yeah. So,
in the music industry, they've been taking a lot of hits.
Man, it's a scary time to be a rapper.
It is. Like, with that, what was his name? Which, like a lot of them, it's just sad. What was that? P&B or something? Rock?
P&B Rock.
Yeah, okay. And he was at that Waffle House. That's just ridiculous.
Roscoe's, yeah.
Mm-hmm, I read this thing that his brother, and I respect this, he showed back up at that place 20 deep. And re-ate. I don't know if I don't think he showed up to have a problem. I think he just showed up to show.
That's what's up, though.
He showed up to that place with all of his people and had food and was like, we ain't scared of none of y'all.
Yeah, I would have done that too.
I feel that too. Like if something was to happen to you, I could see me handling up my business and then going there and being
like let's have where he had his last meal. Mm-hmm. Let's go eat there.
Facts.
Order what he got.
Yeah.
I think the saddest one is got to be Takeoff.
Right. Yeah, that situation's just scary. I seen this picture of both the cousins or their family. I don't exactly know what, but after the funeral and somebody saying in the photo, you know how they take pictures of them randomly, but they both kind of look like they had guns. And in the description, they're like, look how they're trying to look tough after this funeral. And somebody commented, like, I don't think they're trying to look tough. They're just trying to protect themselves.
Yeah, it's called protection.
Yeah, and I'm like, what a douche to be trying to capitalize on this moment of taking these pictures of these people who are still mourning.
Bro, I keep scrolling through on my videos on Facebook, and I'll see what really happened when Takeoff, just them insinuating Quavo did it, or was behind it.
Oh my gosh! And if you want to say clickbait,
no, that's what it is too. And
there's
sad. There will be a bunch of views, and I haven't watched one yet. Like I kind of wanted to click. I ain't gonna lie, but I didn't click because I'm like, this is just straight bullshit.
That's why sometimes I feel like it's best to just click on the comments, and I hope that somebody throws out a comment of, hey, don't watch this. This is a waste of time.
I
stupid.
Almost always read the comments first, especially if it's a post and it's like a bunch of slideshows, pictures, or like it's a story.
Or if it's thank you, if it's a real long paragraph of something. I'm like, is this worth even reading?
Right.
And I like the comment. Have you noticed this one? Somebody will randomly say, use me as the dislike button. And everybody will start liking the hell out of it.
I seen that on YouTube the other day. They had thousands.
Right, and that's when I was like, okay, now I know that I don't want to watch or read this.
Yeah.
But no, it was sad over a dice game and just somebody getting mouthy. I'm guessing,
and
right?
Everybody's saying, well, they were out in the streets and it was 2:30 at night and they're in an alleyway.
No, they was at a bowling alley.
In the alley.
Oh, in the alley of the bowling alley?
alley?
Oh,
in the back alley.
I didn't know that part.
At 2:30 at night. But I feel like, man, even let's just say for some reason we came up like that. I feel like it would almost be hard to get yourself out of that type of mentality where you're
Facts.
still,
where you're playing dice in the alley.
Yeah,
If you came up that way and you've been doing that your whole life, no matter if you got mad stacks now, which, honestly, they should have been playing dice in a casino or something.
Yeah, you seen they caught the guy?
Wow, did they?
Yeah, I seen a mugshot of him or something, but I don't know. He was on.
All I know is what you said. Like, I'm gonna just try to pop off all the names real fast, but like Nipsey, King Von, Takeoff, this PNB Rock guy. I mean, you had the Triple X extensions,
Pop Smoke.
Yeah, all these guys are they're getting lit up over either their jewelry or their money. I seen this little interview with Wiz Khalifa, and I respected this. He said, I care more about my life than looking flashy. He said, my life always comes into my mind first before I go wearing all these chains and all this stuff, walking around everywhere.
And I'm especially going to think twice if I'm in a not-so-good neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. If you're at a Waffle House, for sure, right?
Everybody's saying LA ain't what you think it is.
Right.
Like, don't come here. It's not what you think it is.
Yeah, that's what I feel about, no disrespect to the Windy City, but when I see the videos of Chicago, it looks like a straight warfare, and I wouldn't know about going and visiting out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, unless I'm strapped up and ready, I'm not just going to go.
They've turned it into this game there. Making the videos, and that it doesn't help.
I've seen videos of these rappers trying to make a video, and then they all get shot at.
Even
and
people
stuff.
like DJ Academics.
Right.
People like that say, these are the people that's been murdered in Chicago today, and then, or just making.
Dude, in one of those stories, I think it was the O Block beefs and all that crazy stuff. One of the rival gangs rolled up to the damn funeral home where they're all mourning the death of one of their people, and they shoot up everybody at the funeral home.
That's some color.
Now, if that isn't straight mafia, gangster ass shit and I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying that's just downright demonistic, sad shit.
The movie Colors?
Yes, Colors was great. That was a great movie.
Dude, they did that in Colors.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up, bro.
But I'm trying to tell you that these people are ruthless. They'll go up there and shoot your grandmother at your funeral, dude. Like,
yeah.
And that's what I mean by, that's when these kids, 17, 19 years old, they've already been to war, and this is just in their neighborhood. They're having shootouts, like it's just a Tuesday, fall.
Yeah.
At the gas station. That just blows my mind, though.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to bang it out no more, man. Nobody wants to catch no fish. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like life has just not gotten, has less
meaning. Yeah. Oh, fuck, so. Yeah, it's like you said, it's a very hard time to be a rapper, and everybody needs to keep their heads up.
Yeah, especially if you're rapping. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep that head up and them bars.
Yeah, and them bars, boy. Yeah, we're coming to the end, but we had a few things we're excited about. Oh, well, I heard Quentin Tarantino was. He made a show. He's writing a TV show right now.
Right, yeah. Before we jump too ahead, I want to jump back to that other part and say that one of our heroes also passed away.
Yeah, I forgot. Kevin Conroy.
Yep, the voice of Batman. Yeah. Our Batman. Our generation's Batman.
30 years.
Yeah, he did the voice of the Batman video games and a bunch of stuff.
Animated show.
That's what I was... Mainly the 1995... Batman animated show that me and my brother watched so much growing up, and sad.
And
man.
It sucks that people are like, "Oh, he's the real Batman." When you think about when you read comics, whose voice do you hear?
Right.
His voice, And I just don't feel like, again, kind of with Takeoff, and he said in the interview before he didn't get his flowers. Don't wait till I'm gone to give me my flowers.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think that's a very good statement or a saying you just said. Don't wait until I'm gone to give me my flowers.
let's take
Everybody
off.
needs to remember that. You know, like, pick up the phone. It's not that hard, and the phone works both ways. You know what I mean? You can always call somebody.
Especially around, these
The
the
holidays.
holiday. It sucks, to get out
Yeah.
sometimes and see people, but even for me, but, I force myself to
And you
do it.
also got to remember, people get tired of inviting over. If you invite somebody over and over again to do something, yeah, everybody knows you want to get invited. But if you always say no, if I've invited somebody to something 20 times and they just keep telling me no, I'm just going to quit inviting eventually.
Yeah, well, it gives you the vibe that they don't want
They don't want to do nothing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so R.I.P. Takeoff and Kevin Conroy, Batman.
Yeah.
I might have said his last name kind of wrong.
It's Conroy or Conroy. One of the
Yeah,
two.
right.
Yeah.
But, Quentin Tarantino series.
Yeah. It's
Now, what's it going to be about? 'Cause I
nothing.
love
I have no idea. I just all he did is breaking news on Two Bears in a Cave podcast.
Right.
He did a podcast with them. And
All I know is I'll tell you right now, I am super excited that he is making anything
like
else.
I said,
because I thought it was the end.
he said it's not the good time for movies.
Yes.
So he's making a fucking TV
Which is
show.
smart, and he's
Well,
right.
He's on
But
his
I thought
ninth
he was
movie.
quitting at
No.
the Hateful Eight.
No, he's on his 9th movie.
Oh, he's just going to the 11 or
10.
something? 10? Okay.
Pretty sure. It's
Yeah,
10.
but I thought he was done. Then.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was his 9th movie.
Oh,
so
that one was amazing.
I feel like since this is a TV show, he should not count this towards his movie count. But who knows?
Well, me personally, I just hope he don't stop.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I read a few a few things like I really wish I could remember better, but them saying all these directors that there's this one director who made like 78 movies, and his 2 best movies were his 2 close to last movies, and they're classics or some shit, and I done forgot what, but they're like, people don't, they get better and better. If you
Right.
really love your craft, why would you quit
Yeah.
like that?
Like
So-
that podcast we watched with, it was like 5 directors all at a table. What was it, the Table
it's
Talk?
a
or
Hollywood
something?
Reporters.
Oh,
does
is it
this
called
thing.
Table Talk? Or?
Yeah, Table Talk Hollywood Reporter presents it. Yeah,
And I thought that was pretty neat. But it was interesting listening to all their aspects of directing.
I agree.
Yeah, it's super dope.
Also, Last of Us series. That's coming soon, HBO Max.
And I'm telling you right now, if you are a gamer and you have never played, if you don't have a PlayStation, I don't care.
It's
Find
top
your
5.
buddy.
Top 5 best
Dude,
game.
it's amazing game. I mean, at
Could
the
be.
first one, it dropped a teardropper. You know, it's an
It's a
amazing game.
jerker.
It's a tearjerker.
It'll
But-
really jerk you.
Yeah. But if you don't have a PlayStation, it's just excuses. You borrow one, you go rent one, you go to your buddy's house for a couple hours every other weekend, and you get it done because it is totally worth it. But this show coming out, now, I'll tell you right now, the person they chose for Joel, he's the actor,
Pedro Pascal.
thank you. He's the actor who played the Mandalorian, and I thought he did a pretty good job at that. And I've seen him in a couple other things I can't exactly remember, but I thought he did a pretty good job. But so I think he's gonna do a pretty good job. I think they could have found somebody better. I was thinking more like a Hugh Jackman, and then for which these are 2 big actors, obviously. And then for Ellie, I'd pick the girl off the Hunger Games.
I think she's a little old now
Right.
to do it.
But I just feel
that'd
like
been good.
Yeah, I just feel like the lady they picked for Ellie, I don't know if it's just, I haven't seen nothing where she's talking, and I don't know if it's just the look of her, but for one, I don't know who she is.
She's
which
Game of Thrones, apparently.
Oh,
but
is that what she is?
I didn't watch
watch
it.
none of that neither, but I'm just saying, I don't feel like they went a good Ellie vibe.
Yeah, I agree.
But we're looking forward to this show,
excited
folks.
about it because the show will be good regardless. So hopefully,
But
they have the
alright.
game creators working with
Oh,
them
well
on
then,
it.
Max, it's going to be topped out
Yeah,
then, I
I
hope.
think so too. Well, all right. Well, we're super glad to be back, and we're back. So Expect more.
Yeah, be waiting for more content, and stay tuned, and we appreciate everybody who appreciates us.
Yeah, if you're still listening, you're a trooper and a savage, and we love you.
Yeah, and one day we're going to have shirts and put them out to all our true listeners, and
Yeah.
there'll be more to
And then
buy.
it's going to be like, if you listen to the end, number 6.
Right? Then you get this special shirt because you listened all the way to the end. Dude, that's a smart idea. Have a great day, folks.
Yeah, that's right. See y'all next week.